What's up, hustlers? Today I'm going to be sharing with you how to measure success or how success is measured. If this is your first time coming across my face or my channel, my name is Miracle Amoike and I am passionate about everything to do with wealth, business, and success. If you're passionate about any of those things, then welcome home. Smash that subscribe button because we share a passion and that's what we're all about over here. Look, there's been an age-old debate of how do you measure success, right? Is it money? Is it happiness? Is it cars? Is it fame? Is it this? Is it women? Is it that, right? I've been giving this a lot of thought recently, and today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 of my ideas on how we measure success. The very first one is, what is your standard of measuring success? You see, I've noticed something, that success is extremely relative, right? The guy who has 100,000 rands might be very rich to you, but to a millionaire, that guy is broke. And guess what? To a billionaire, the millionaire is actually broke. Or what I mean is, the guy who has a billion, what is a million to him, right? So what I'm trying to say here is that it's extremely relative. And if you want to base your success on somebody else's achievement, then you're going to be very miserable and you will always come short because there's somebody out there that will have something more than you, right? There's somebody that will be taller than you, or a better looking wife than you, or more kids than you, or more money than you. What's important is that you get clear on what does success look like for you. And this is something I've always held myself in high regards, to say, what is success for you, Miracle? Is it happiness? And if it is happiness, then how long? Is it a day and that was success, or is it a month? How long? If it's money, how much? Is it 100,000? Is it a million? Is it a billion? Is it a trillion? It is important to get extremely clear on what success means for you. You want to really sit down and investigate this. I do this all the time. I sit down and ask myself and investigate within myself, what does success mean for me? And whatever the answer is, I visualize myself with that thing and see if I feel successful or if I'm just trying to go according to the status quo. Okay, if that makes sense, give me a massive thumbs up, guys. And if you're going to be out there, let me know in the comments, what does success mean for you? If you don't know, then you really need to think about it, because how can you go for something you don't know what you're going for, right? The second thing, or the second standard to measure success, is how much are you growing? There's an old saying that says, if you're not growing, then you're dying. Imagine for a second a billionaire. He's multi-wealthy. He has the great relationships, great money, good cars, great women. He has everything he needs. He is not in want. He's not in lack. But he's not growing. He's in the exact same position that he was in 2 years ago. He has not added to his wealth. He still struggles with the same mental challenges. He still struggles with his emotions, and he's dealing with the past. He has not moved forward. He has not moved backwards as well. He's just in the same position. For the last 2 years, he's been in the same position. Do you know what that's called? That's called being stagnant. That's called being stuck. To you, does that sound like success? I mean, keep in mind, he has all the money and all that, but he's not growing. He's not moving forward, right? If he remains stagnant in that position, guess what? He is going to become obsolete in no time. Man, that's crazy, right? Because there's just no growth. Look at this. The world around us is changing daily and moving forward. So if we are not moving forward and changing and improving as well, we're going to get left behind. And regardless of what we have achieved today, we're going to be obsolete in the future. So if you learned something new today versus yesterday, you, my friend, are successful. You just had a successful day. If you did something today that moved you towards your goal and your dream today, then you, my friend, are successful. Just excuse me for a second. That reminds me. Ezekiel, you haven't drawn today. Anyway, if you take one action today to move you forward and to grow you and to improve you versus what you did yesterday, then you, my friend, have had a successful day. This is my standard. I'm always asking myself, what have I learned today? What is my lesson today? What am I grateful for today? Because when you begin to build a successful day and another and another and another and another successful day, guess what? Before you know it, you have an extremely successful life. If that makes sense to you, give me a heart in the comments, give me some flames, smash that thumbs up button, guys. The final thing today on how to measure wealth is the people that you have impacted. Now, when we think and remember the heroes that we admire and love so much, like your Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King's, Mother Teresa, Gandhi, Obama, all these people were not rich. They were actually broke, and I believe they were unhappy because of the kind of struggle they had to endure. Mandela was in prison for 27 years. Gandhi was tried after trial after trial. Martin Luther King was in a freaking civil rights movement and he was eventually shot and killed, right? Jesus Christ, right? He was, let's not even go into that. Obama was a president, and we know how much stress that comes with. So, and yet we consider these people to be extremely successful. Why is that? It's because of the impact that they had on society. Think about that for a second. They had no money. They didn't have the best cars. They didn't have the best looking wife or the most children. They knew nothing, probably knew very little about real estate, right? And investing and Bitcoin and all this. And yet, if we were to talk about success, their names will come up. Why? They had a massive impact on people's lives. They added value. They solved problems. They were servant leaders that served. So to me, success is a combination of these three things. By my standards, I'm looking to create massive amount of wealth, financially speaking. Trillion status. I know I'm crazy. Secondly, I'm looking to grow every single day. Regardless of how much I make, I ought to be better than what I was yesterday, right? And then finally, I want to impact people. I want to help people. I want that after I'm gone, people are still saying, man, Miracle left such an impact on my life. I am much better because of Miracle. And now my name lives on through the word of mouths of people who were impacted positively by me. And on that note, I want to thank you so much for watching. If you love content like this, you're going to love what's on my Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Follow me on there at Miracle Omoike. I promise you, things are going to get better. I'm getting better. This channel is going to grow. The content will improve. The quality will improve. The vision of where we are going to impact people and help people is going to come into fruition. And you're going to be part of the first people to be part of it. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Until then, in my black shirt and boxers, hustlers, unite. Let's